Hello guys, welcome to Sumukha Infotech. This is our third video in the series corejava. In the previous video, we had learnt simple input-output operations in Java. In this video, let us learn how to use control statements to solve the problems. Let us get started. Okay, as usual, select your source folder, that is my Java programs, which is on our desktop. Okay, select any one file, Java file, just double click on it. It will launch our IDE called JCreator. Okay, so this was our first program, and find sum. In the last class, I had written this find sum program. So this aim of this program was to read the data from keyboard using the scanner class and perform an addition operation. Okay, in the previous class we did a simple addition operation having read the data from keyboard. Okay, let us modify this code and learn something new. Okay, fine. Let me save this file with a new name. I will select file, save as. Okay, instead of find sum, I will save the file with the name find big. Let the first letter be uppercase. That's not a rule. Find big.java. So you know the rule. File name and main method class name must be same. Let me change it to find big. Okay, so you know why I have given the name find big. Here in this program we need to read the two integer numbers. This we have done, and instead of addition operation, let us find the biggest number among the two. So how to do that? By writing these two lines. Hope if you have watched my previous video, you know why we have used scanner and what is the role of nextInt. Let me repeat once again. Scanner is a predefined class used to read the data from keyboard. How to read? By calling a method called nextInt. Fine. Here these two statements helps us to read the data from keyboard. Okay, we have received the values. Now I have to display the biggest among two. So I need to take a decision based on condition. To take the decision, we need to take the help of control statements. That's why the name we have used control statement, because control statements, they define the order of execution. I mean, if A is big, they select one statement. If B is big, it selects another statement. Therefore, we need to use a control statement. Let me explain how control statement works, how many control statements are there. Let me take one notepad. Fine. So let us begin our definition. Let us begin our discussion, by control statements itself. What are control statements? They define order of execution. That's why they are called control statements, or they help us to select statements based on conditions. What are conditions? How to write conditions? I will show you. Okay, so in Java or any programming languages, control statements are classified into three categories. The first one is conditional control statements. Conditional control statements. The second one is looping control statements. Looping control statements. They are also known as iterative control statements. The third one, unconditional control statements. Unconditional control statements. Okay, why they are called conditional control statements? The name itself says they evaluate a logical expression, and based on the outcome of expression they take decisions. That's why they are called conditional control statements. Now let us pay attention to our conditional control statements. How many conditional control statements are there? The first one is if statement. If statement. The second one is if else statement. The third one is nested if statement. And the next one is else if ladder. And the last one is switch statement. So these are the 5 conditional control statements we have: if else, nested if, else if ladder, and switch statement. So when to use a particular conditional control statement depends on the problem we are going to solve. So in this example, my aim is to find the biggest among A and B. There are 2 possibilities. Either A is big or B is big. There are 2 possibilities. So when a problem has 2 possibilities, it is better to go with if else statement. When a problem has more than 2 possibilities, then you can go with either nested if or else if ladder. Or you can go with switch statement also. So let me begin our discussion by if else statement. Let us start what is this by understanding the syntax of if else. It's very simple. If is a keyword. After if, you need to mention the logical expression. Logical expression. Okay. So if is a keyword. After if, we have logical expression. The block which comes after if is called true block. The reason, the statements which are written in this block get selected for execution if condition is happens to be true. Otherwise, control goes to false block. After selecting anyone, it goes to next statement. Let me explain once again. If logical expression, what is logical expression? Any expression which is formed using relational operators and or logical operators. Using logical operator is not mandatory. If the problem demands, then you can use logical operators too. But having relational operators is must. So an expression which is formed using relational and or logical operators is called a logical expression. The result of logical expression results in either true or false. So if here in if else statement, if condition of logical expression happens to be true, the statements present in true block will be selected. If it happens to be false, the statements present in false block will be selected. After selecting any one statement, control goes to next statement. This is the syntax of if else. Let us use if else practically. Here I have AB. I have read the data from the keyboard. Let us use if else statement here. If, okay. Now the logical expression is I need to find the biggest among A and B. That's why I will write expression like this. If A greater than B, if A is greater than B, I will print system.out.println A is big. If it happens to be false, the control goes to else block. I will display system.out.println B is big. So this is the simple logic. Let us compile the code. Yeah, I got the message. Process completed. Let us try to execute the code. Yes, hope you can see the output statement. Enter 2 integer number. Let me give 10 followed by 20. Yes, 20 is big. Let me try with other combination. Enter two numbers 45 and 12. 45 is big. Yes, a very simple program to find the biggest of two numbers. Very simple. Hope you did understand this. Okay. Let us modify this program to find the biggest among three. Now there are three possibilities. Let me modify the code. Along with AB, let us take one more variable, C. Here, let us copy paste this code. Let me use C. Okay, I have read three numbers. Now, among three variables, that is A, B, C, any one can be big. To solve this problem, my if-else does not help. I need to use another conditional control statement. Either I have to use nested if or else if ladder. Anyone I can use. So here the logic is, let us understand the logic first, then we will write the code. So among A, B, C, anyone can be big. I have no idea who is big. Let us solve the problem assuming what condition I have to write if A happens to be big. To declare A to be big, it has to be greater than B as well as C. That's why, how can I draw the conclusion A is big? It has to be greater than B. A greater than B. Only this condition does not allow me to call A is big. One more condition is there, that is A must be greater than C. If my logical expression solves both the conditions, then only I can conclude A is big. So this is one logical expression and this is another logical expression. We can combine two logical expressions into a one logical expression using logical operators. How many logical operators are there? Logical and logical or, and logical not. In this case, particularly with respect to this problem, logical and is useful. That's why I use logical and. Why logical and? Both the conditions must be true to draw the conclusion A is big. That's why I have used and. So the logic is simple. If A is greater than B is one condition, A greater than C is another condition. When both are true, then I have to draw the conclusion A is big. That's why let me change the output statement. A is big. Okay. What if the condition is false? Hope you know the truth table of logical AND operator. The AND is false if any one of the condition is false. Either this is false, then also AND is false. If this is false, then also it is false. Okay. So if this condition is false, control goes to this block, that is else block. Okay. Let us ignore whether expression 1 is false or expression 2 is false. That's not needed now. If condition is false means the control comes here. Now I have to make a decision. So what's the decision? When the condition is false, whether because of first or second, the conclusion is A is out of computation. So among three numbers A, B, C, A is out of computation. The remaining things are B and C. We already know how to find biggest of two numbers. That's why I will write a simple if else within else block. Let me show you. If B greater than C, I will ignore A. Hope you did understand. If this condition is true, A is big. If this condition is false means A is out of computation and I have to pay attention only to B and C. I can ignore A from the computation. That's why I have ignored A. Just I am concentrating on B and C. Okay. If B is greater than C, the logic is, the decision is B is big. Else C is big. Simple. Okay. If you look at the code, Here if else got modified. In the else block, I have put one more if else. Why? The problem is like that. Here we have three possibilities. So when a problem has more than two possibilities, if else alone won't help you. You will have to modify the if else. Here, how I modified? By putting one more if else block within else block. So you can call this statement as nested if statement because I have nested an if else statement within else. Let us compile the code and check whether it works or not. Yes, process got completed. Execute. Let me give three numbers. Sorry. Let us give three numbers. I will give 10, 20, 30. What should be the output? Who is big? C is big. Yes, I got the statement C is big. Let us check for another combination. Now I will give 30, 20, 10. Who is big? A is big. Correct. It is coming. Let us give another combination. 10, 40, 20. B is big. Yes, it is working. Now I will give you one task. If I give all three numbers equal, what is the output? Whether it displays A big, B big or C big. So you try this and let me know the answer. It is left to you people. Okay, so in this video I did explain how to write an if else statement and how to use nested if statement. Okay, so this is all for this video. In the next video I will explain how to use else if ladder, how to write for loop, while loop, do while loop. We will discuss all those things. You practice this much and in the next video we will learn new things. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.